And we are live. Good evening, drivers, survivors, and 3D TPs. A very warm welcome to IRL Inters Racing League for the first race of this weekend. You join us live this Friday evening. We have 20 times 1,000 horses being generated by 6 cylinders in the shape of a V and 250 cc's to the power of 3. It's round 2, Tier 4, and this is the W British Grand Prix at Silverstone. My name's Tetris. It's a pleasure to be here, and I am joined here in Sky Race Control by my esteemed co-host. I had the privilege of being his teammate in Tier 3 at AlphaTauri. He is the Season 3 champion. He is multiple podium sitter, the Battle Cat himself. GU Cat, welcome to Sky Race Control. An absolute pleasure to be joined by you here tonight for another exciting action-packed Grand Prix. Welcome back after your holiday. How are you today, mate?
Oh, doing good. That's a great intro. Definitely couldn't compete with that. Doing well, Tetris. Really
I wrote it in my lunch
here.
break.
Yeah, so upset I missed last week. So this is, almost round 1 for me. Did get a chance to watch it last week, so really excited to see what these drivers bring for round 2 here in Great Britain, Silverstone.
Yeah, you definitely missed a banger. It was, Broseph joined me in the comms box last week, and you definitely missed a banger last week. There were so many battles up and down the field. We don't have the ability to do replays, but which is a real shame. If you have a chance and you haven't seen last week's race, definitely get on the Twitch, the IRL, the F1 Inters League Twitch channel, and have a look at last week, because it won't disappoint you. It was a great race. We had a lot of battles. We had a nail-biting finish for the top step of the podium between Bang and Trenner. Basically, Trenner, Bang was leading for pretty much the entire race, and then Trenner, did the alternate strategy, jumped on his mediums, and just was a little bit too strong at the end. And took it to the finish line. And there were, interestingly enough, 3 different teams on the podium last week: Aston, Alpine, and Alfa Romeo. So the team principals from all of those teams would have been very happy with the results from that race.
Yeah, I did actually watch it. I was engineering for Santa in the AlphaTauri, so
yes,
good result there. But definitely, the Alpines, I think it was 3 and 4. So that's definitely a team to watch. They brought home the points. Trenner and P1. I think Trenner and Bang finished 10 seconds in front of everyone else. So they've got to be up for the podium again today. So they'll be ones to watch.
Absolutely. And just a few stats for Tier 4. Aston Martin lead Tier 4 at the moment. Obviously, only one race has elapsed, so it is early days. But there's a bit of a championship battle already forming between Trenner, Bang, and Quiet Cake. Let's hear from what's your pick? Not pick, but who do you think out of those 3? Obviously, we've just mentioned, but who that we haven't mentioned do you think we would be seeing tonight? Who's going to be surprising, do you think?
Yeah, I've been having a look through the Tier 4 chat and seeing what drivers had to say. You would have put your money on Trenner, but he's not liking this track, so don't know if he's doing some silly buggers there or not. But he's not a huge fan. The Red Bulls, Aussie Powers says he has to get a podium this week. And his teammate as well has been talking it up in the chat, and I can't really repeat the words he's saying without a bleep machine. Again, Alpine, definitely some to watch there. Quiet Cake and Cuds finished 3 and 4. Don't know if there's going to be any Alonso versus Ocon in this team. They're really close, so that'd be something to watch as well. And then Bridgie, I think Bridgie had an unfortunate DNF in his last race, so he'd be one to watch. So look, it's really hard to pick in this tier. There's so many good drivers, and we've really only had one race. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting one today.
Absolutely. I've just joined Ethimon. He is one of the first drivers on his push lap, the first push lap. I'm not sure if he's going to be the first one to cross the line, but he's coming through the third sector now. The section of we've got Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel onto the Hangar Straight, and as he comes up to corner 15 of Stowe, it'd be interesting to see how he hasn't invalidated yet, so he's still on a valid lap. He's a one to watch, obviously. I'm not sure what assists he used, but he is very quick from what I remember. And as he comes across the line, let's see what he can do. He does a 1 minute 28.9. That is a fantastic first banker. But then Santa just goes and blows it out of the water with a 128.4. So come on, AlphaTauri.
Yeah, nice to see AlphaTauri in P1 and P2. We're not biased at all, are we, Tetris?
No, I don't know what people
just,
say.
DNF'd. So what happened there?
I don't know. I think he's lost it. Oh, and a dog as well has lost it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Cops. I think that is. Yeah, that is the old turn one. But yeah, looking at. Let's see if we can find. No, I think the marshals have cleared it away. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I believe
looks like it was Maggots and Beckett's. He's lost it there. So.
And that's a very tricky sequence of corners. It's difficult to get not just the gears right if you're using manual, but it's really challenging to get your braking and your acceleration, because if you lift off too much and you decelerate too much, you'll lose too much momentum through that sequence of corners. But if you push it too hard, the back end will step out and you'll find yourself in the barrier, what I think is what Bang has done, which is a shame. Yeah, but look, it's a sprint weekend this weekend, so we definitely, wherever you start on the grid, that's where you qualify for the sprint race, which is 25% of it's 50% of a 25% race. And then you have the feature race, obviously. So quali sets the grid for the sprint race sets the grid for the feature race. And I've just seen a message from Ethimon. He's only line, so that means all of his other assists are off. So big hats off to Ethimon for that. That's a little bit scary from my perspective if it's just only the line, because that means there's no traction, there's no ABS, nothing. Let's go Team Haas. Agreed, Team Haas.
Just before that, just really quickly, Lost Immortal was there as well, and while you were giving that update, we've had a few drivers off as well. So I think a few drivers having to get used to this track.
Oh, it's a heck of a track. I personally struggle with it. I know a lot of guys like it. I know a lot of guys hate it. I think a lot of it is about setup. Obviously, setup and confidence going in and out of those high-speed corners.
We've got Santa coming out of the pits. Got a little bit of an inside scoop. Santa's got a secret weapon for this race, I believe. So Christmas may have come early for him. So we'll see whether he can maintain that P1 position.
Is his secret... Can we play, maybe not 20 questions, but is his secret weapon, is it tangible or is it intangible? Is it something that you can touch or something that you can't touch?
Can't touch anything in this game. It's all virtual.
Okay. No, I just mean like...
Maybe it's the crisp mountain air that he's living in, Santa.
It's his view of the Matterhorn. That's what it is.
That's it.
Let's see. Do we have anyone else on? We've got Trenner on an outlap. So Trenner is currently leading the standings in Tier 4 for Aston Martin. Matty Ayu, shout out to you, fine sir. One of our head admin. He is the team principal for AlphaTauri, and I think he's going to be quite impressed and quite happy with the performance of Paddy and Trenner last week. Obviously, Trenner coming in the top step, but also Paddy, a very respectable, solid seventh. Paddy, the season 2 champion for the Sprint Series. Yeah, just a very solid drive from both Aston Martin drivers.
Yeah, maybe we could sit on Trenner for this lap. You want to bring up the gap, the telemetry, the time difference?
Oh, the interval? Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, interval. Yeah, let's see if he improves.
All right. Do you want to? Oh, he's just on his outlap. Is this? No, this is his lap.
Oh, this is his flyer. Yep.
Let's call it. You take it away.
All right. So he's. You've got to bear with me because I don't know the corner names in Silverstone, but he's flying down straight after the DRS into
Brooklands
corners there. So he's keeping it pretty clean. Let's see if his time is improving. Well, actually, he hasn't set a lap yet, so we're not really going to be able to see how he's improving or not, but seems to be keeping it pretty clear on the track. He's got no cars in front of him, so no traffic, so just really up to him. Just needs to keep it through. So let's see how he manages these twisty corners. Big skid through there, down to 5th. Cuts the corner to the left, that's great. Opens up the DRS. Down the straight. Let's see what gear he takes this corner in. I usually go down to 5th. Okay. Up into 6th. Heavy braking point now into the left-hander. Down to 2nd. This corner always catches me out. Let's see what sort of time he goes over the finish line. And 1:28.6, not too bad for his first lap.
Not too bad, but couldn't get Santa. Santa is still on provisional pole with Quiet Cake, Trenner.
Probably jumped to Santa. Oh, is he? No, he's finishing his outlap. Yeah.
No, this is he's on his lap.
Yep, I think. No, Santa's got no ERS.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's maybe you jump on Ethimon. Ethimon seems to be on a flyer.
All
and
right.
He's up by 4/10.
Oh, he's just gone purple in the first sector as well, which is always good to see when you jump to a driver. Almighty Gob, answering your question, what happened to Bang? He, I think, lost it around Maggots Beckett's in Sector 2. So a bit of a shame for Bang, but yeah, obviously, as we said before, he has the sprint race to make up places for the feature race. But yeah, we are on board with Ethimon. He's coming onto the hangar straight, up into 7th and 8th. He's actually, yeah, he's just invalidated.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes.
He spun it as well. He's off the track, so he's okay.
That's okay, no damage. He's just going to cool his tyres down, come into the pits, strap on another fresh set of boots, and try again. And as we found out during practice the other night, the pit lane entry. Tell us a little bit about the pit lane entry, Kat.
Pit lane entry is a tricky one here. It's 60 kilometers an hour, so one of the slower ones, and it is a long one. It sort of catches up on you, so drivers really need to be careful, similar to France, of not getting a speeding penalty. I think more important than the pit entry is actually the pit exit. It's got a little bit of a right-hander, and it's caught me out a few times where if you plant it straight after the pit exit, you will hit the wall and damage your wings. So drivers really need to take caution when they exit the pits.
Absolutely. It's happened probably to all of us at some stage. Let's sit with Fat Eagle. So Fat Eagle is the reserve for Aston Martin. Paddy not able to make it this evening. He is just about to start his second lap. So we shall see. We shall see what he can actually do on this second lap. Sitting at 1.8 seconds behind Alan Santa, but doesn't mean anything. He's got the opportunity to have at least another 2 laps if he's fueled up for it. Trenner as well, I think. No, Trenner's in the pits. Oh,
Trenner's in the
that's
pits. I think
F1 Original.
F1 Original is in front of it. I think Trenner might have backed out there. Sorry, Fat Eagle might have cancelled that. We might want to jump on F1 Original. I think he's on a
Yes,
fly.
he is on a fly, just coming round Luffield into Woodcote onto the old pit straight. About to take Cops, bit of a lift, and down into 7th. Taking that up into 8th. Now this is where it's tricky for him. Yep, and
He's cutting the corners pretty well.
he's taken that quite well. He's gone a little bit wide on the grass, but he's got a good exit onto the hanger straight. He hasn't invalidated yet, which is obviously really important in that section of corners. And as he comes into the final sector, he still hasn't invalidated.
Pretty much even on the previous sector, so let's see if he can improve. Doesn't need too much to move up a position.
Comes across the line, doesn't improve, but still a respectable lap. Cuds is one we haven't actually touched on. Cuds is a bit of a dark horse in my opinion. He was a pick by IRL Ads, who was the team principal for Alpine. Obviously our teammate from last in season 2. But yeah, I think Cuds is a bit of a dark horse as well. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, which is something that we just don't want to do. But yeah, he's got some fierce pace, and he's a very, very respectable competitor as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot said about Cuds. I think he did a P4 last week, so again, just needs to be consistent and bring home the points, and that will get you up the top of the leaderboard. So let's also see what he can do. One
thing I do want to touch on before we finish quali is penalties. We saw our brother Santa last week. He finished in P4 but ended up P6 because he unfortunately had 2 time penalties, which made him 6 seconds heavier at the finish line. I think, in my experience, Silverstone is a really, really challenging track when it comes to track limits. I think track limits are going to play a part come the end of the race as well.
Yeah, do you want to jump on with Efimon? He's on a flyer. He's up 2.7 seconds, but definitely and then we see SJ's retired. So I'm not sure if he's. I think he has had an incident there, but it's a tricky one. There's a number of corners that will catch you out. Track limits will definitely play a part in the final positions of this race. So if the drivers can keep it clean, they'll get rewarded towards the end, especially if there's a late safety car. So if you can hear us, drivers, keep it clean, keep it within those white lines, and stay away from those penalties.
Yeah, and as Ethimon finishes his probably going to be his final lap of quali, let's see if he can advance his position any further up the field. Oh, as we say that, he's just gone 3/10 quicker than Ethimon. There's some track evolution for you.
Blitz it. And Santa's about to start a flyer, so he's coming through the last corner now. I don't know if you want to jump on with him.
I am on with him now. He isn't able to improve.
We could try with Trenner. Trenner's a bit. There's a few corners up the road. Maybe we jump on with Trenner.
Yeah, on with Trenner.
Not improving. I'll keep an eye on Santa. Maybe we
flick between the two.
Yeah, we can try. I'll see what Santa can do in the first sector, but maybe you keep an eye on Trenner and see if he improves. Yeah,
I'm on with Trenner at the moment as he comes through Cops. Doesn't invalidate there. Through to the Maggots Beckett's complex of corners in sector 2. Yes. Very tricky.
Doesn't look like he's improving. Maybe we jump on with Santa. Santa was up nearly 2 tenths.
Oh, very wiggly through that Cops. You say he was up 2 tenths?
Yeah, almost 2 tenths. Still won't be enough for P1, but let's see what he can do in the second sector. Not 2 tenths exactly. going to need a great final sector here.
And as he brings it through...
Might just be enough for P2. I don't know if he'll get P1. Let's see how we can do it. It's nice and clean.
Trenner's actually put it up. Oh, look how close that is. Santa
P2
has pipped Trenner by, what is that? Where's my maths? 8 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
No. 12 thousandths of a second. That is some very tasty beverages right there.
Very close.
Is Trenner doing another lap? No, he's done. Who else is on a lap? I think that's it. I think Domwar is the only one that's on. No, he's invalidated. So I'm just going to take a photo of that.
It's really exciting. Those front runners, P1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tenths of a second. So it's going to be an exciting race. And remember, it's a sprint race, so no pit stops. I'm assuming everyone will start with mediums. I have tried the softs, and it's probably not a good idea. So I think everyone will start on mediums, unless someone wants to gamble. Anyone wants to gamble, might be SJ. He's the gambler there, but I don't think it's a good idea personally.
So looks like SJ's had a bit of a like his off had something to do with someone being on the racing line. So we might see a bit of steward action after this race when it comes to an investigation for that. So Kat, take us through the top. Take us through the grid. I'll take some photos.
Yeah, so P1 we have Ethimon in the Ferrari, Santa in the AlphaTauri in P2, followed by Trenner, Quiet Cake, Beefy. P6 we have F1 Original, Cuds in P7, JT Racing, Batman, Ord, I can't pronounce his name, but Our Dog, SJ, Domwall, Wayne Passable in P14. If we go down, we then have Fat Evil in 15, Skittle Peak in 16, Powers in 17, Bang in 18, Immortal in 19, and Bridgie in 20.
Well, that's exciting. I know a certain TP by the name of Mash Jr. who's going to be exceptionally excited about that particular result for qualifying. Obviously, Mash Jr. the TP for Ferrari, and Ethimon, he not by much. I'm not gonna. It was very close. The top three were separated by less than 1.5 tenths. So. Yeah, there's a lot of very exciting racing, in store for us over the next two races: sprint race and then a feature race. And I think the sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I think the Ferraris have got a few cars at the front there. The AlphaTauris have got a few cars, so a couple of the TPs are going to be, really watching pretty close.
Cool. So, someone's just made maybe a prediction: first to last for Ethimon and last to first for Bridgie. I feel as though Bridgie needs a bit of redemption after France. He was so unlucky last week. That was I felt so bad for not just McLaren but for him as well, because it's happened to all of us where you've been racing, you can't see what's around the corner, and the yellow flag just flashes up and you go, where is that? And before you have time to even look at your track map, you are you're inserting yourself into someone else's gearbox, which isn't fun from anyone's perspective.
Yeah, I wouldn't know Tetris. I didn't get any DNFs last season, so
well, take it from me, it's not fun.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes you can't avoid it. You lose a wing, and it's just unfortunate, right? You can't really blame anyone. That's just racing. I've seen some comments about turning ghosting on, and that's really not the way to go. So
it's not a thing, in my opinion. It's not a thing at all. So let's have a look at the tyre strategy. Nobody has opted for the alternate soft compound. Everyone's gone for the medium tyres.
I don't think it really was an option, but medium's the way to go, I think. everyone's on the mediums, so unless there's a safety car, I don't think anyone will come in with to change to softs. Who's your money on Tetris? Who are we going to go with today?
My money, well, let's I think for the start I want to sit with Trenner, see what sort of start he gets. Do you want to take it away for us from the start line? And I'll take us away on the feature race.
Sure, let's do that. So we'll sit with Trenner. Trenner's in P3. He's got Santa in front of him with Quiet Cake behind him. Quiet Cake gets a good start. It's definitely not going to ease up, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in P1. The drivers are going into their grid boxes now. Oh, Santa's disqualified. Quiet Cake's disqualified, so that's not going to help him on the start. So Trenner's definitely going to get a better start there. Still waiting for everyone to go in. Powers is also disqualified. Waiting for the red lights to appear. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we are out. Looks like Santa's got a great start there. Santa's looking into P1. Trenner's in P3. Santa's had an awesome start, and there's some contact between Trenner and the AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri's on the outside. Oh, looks like he's got the move done. Oh, no, but Trenner's going to get the inside there. Trenner maintains P3, and Santa's getting away. He's already 7 tenths in front of everyone. Tetris, anything that you can see happening towards the back there?
Well, Trenner and F1 Original from AlphaTauri are having a great little battle. FIFA Beefy is trying to get up into the grill of Trenner and F1. He's managed to get past F1 Original, but F1 just slots in. Cuds is putting an amazing amount of pressure on F1 Original as they head onto the old pit straight. Into Cops they go. Lift and separate. F1 Original does go a little bit wide. SJ has made up a couple of positions as well and is running strong in 7th. A dog is for the Red Bull. Shout out to Tyler, Red Bull team principal, taking the reins from Timmy. And yeah, Wayne Morris also a respectable P9 at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the position changes very quickly as we go to the end of lap 1. Santa has made his way from 2nd into 1st.
Yellow. It's the 2 Mercedes. I think it's Skittle Peak. Oh,
yeah, Skidder Peak
sure
pushes.
Batman's in the pits as well, so maybe he's got some damage.
Yeah, I would say that is a front wing change, and yeah, that's a front wing change for Batman. Let's go back to the front. Ethimon, a nice little battle forming between Ethimon and Santa. F1 Original and Beefy going around. Cud's trying to go around the inside of Luffield. Gets the move done, and also putting an amazing amount of pressure. Oh no, he doesn't get the move done. F1 Original keeping the his AlphaTauri in front of the Alpine and the McLaren, but Cuds and SJ putting a lot of pressure. But it looks like the front two are kind of pulling away. A bit of a gap forming between Ethimon and Trenner, 1.5 seconds, and then 1.6 seconds to Beefy, but only under a second to F1 Original. So if F1 Original can stay where he is, he'll obviously keep the DRS when that gets activated, which will help him to fend off the amazing power of Cuds and SJ. And also, might add, we've got a dog and Wayne Morris all within striking distance of F1 Original, so he's going to have to hang on to that DRS when it gets activated at the end of this lap, which is already being done now.
Yeah, I'm having a look at F1 Original's ERS, and he's used a fair bit of it. Cuds has still got plenty in the tank, so F1 Original's definitely going to have to defend pretty hard to not concede that position.
Yep, and he is now outside, but he does have the DRS, So if he can keep that 1 second gap to FIFA Beefy, that will help him. That'll help him to keep those boys behind him. And yes, Dunno, Mercy, good spot. Bridgie up 8 from 20th to 12th. I didn't want to mention it because I don't want to give him the commentator's curse this early in the sprint, but you are absolutely correct, Mercy. So well done to Bridgie. Who else can we see? A dog is putting pressure on SJ, so let's stick with that. I'm going to stick with these 4 or 5 drivers at the moment, just because it's a nice little battle, tasty battle for P5.
Yeah, that's where the battle is, basically, for P5 down to P9. They're all separated by less than a second, so it's a bit of a DRS train forming. But that's definitely where the battle is. Santa's actually being overtaken by Etamon. He's fighting back into turn 1.
Yes, you're right, Kaio. I'm sorry I missed that. We're just going to jump up the front to the battle between Trenna, Santa and Effie. Effie did manage to get past him, but Santa is not giving up. He's still within DRS. Let's have a quick look at telemetry so that we can see what the drivers have in their tank, the battery. Effimon's going, he's on about 20. Santa's a little bit better off, he's on 30. Look at Trenna, he's on 60, so he's the masterclass happening at the moment. It is a three-way for the lead, you're right.
Spicy as well, but yeah, the guys need to understand that they're not getting full points, it's a sprint, so I think points are awarded down to P8.
P8, that's correct.
Determine the grid positions for the feature race. So, whether it's P1 or P2, maybe it doesn't matter that much, and you might want to concede and just keep it all for the feature. But I know these drivers, they're not going to probably think that way. They're going to fight all the way to the end.
Look, and as we were chatting there about the front 3, Bridgie's actually made up another position. So he's gotten past Partsival, which I believe is Jesse on Discord, and he has made up 9 positions. So at the moment, doing very well. Someone's had a spin. I think it's SJ and Wayne.
All over the track, yeah. I think SJ's taking the grass.
He is taking that grass.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Wayne was trying to do the overtake, but there's definitely some argy-bargy going in the midfield. We've got Aussie Powers trying to do the overtake it is SJ versus Wayne, you're right. Get him in a boxing ring. I'd be scared to, mate. I wouldn't.
Powers is on the inside, taking the left-hander, and looks like he's made that move. Yep.
He has made that move. Now he's got Wayne in his sights. But there's stuff happening up the front. Ethimon has had a round. That is devastating for Ethimon. Sitting on pole position. Yes, as good as Prince in Kiwi. Effie did have a spin. Now FIFA Beefy. How did he get up into first?
Sorry guys, I didn't see what happened there, but I think the stewards might be busy. Yeah.
Someone saying Kaio said took Trenna. So
Wayne is around as well. Wayne is on the grass.
There's so much going on. Yeah. No, you're. I'm back at the moment with the fight between Aussie Powers and Ethimon. Aussie Powers putting a lot of pressure. Going down the inside into the final 2 corners. There's a bit of contact there. But Ethimon...
Powers got a much better line there. Might get him on the inside here.
Ethimon's not wanting to concede that position at all.
Ethimon's very quick on the straight there.
Yeah. Oh, he's going...
A nice move. Oh, very nice move there. You can see some of these penalties starting to come up as well. Bang's got a 3-second, Fat Eagle's got a 3-second, and Gommore's got a 3-second as well. So 6 lap in, the penalties start to add up.
Yeah, and Aussie Powers up 12 positions into P5. I know a young team principal is going to be very happy with that progression. But back to
Bridges making a move. Bridgie,
let's have a look at that.
And, I think he's made it stick. It's 12 positions as well now. Oh, he's cut the corner there a little bit, but
Trenor's putting a fair amount of pressure on F1 Original. He's be pretty keen to make up some of those positions that he's lost. But this is where the tyres are starting to really degrade. Well, F1 Original goes for the move on Bridgie. Comes up the inside of...
Just needs to defend his inside now. Oh, he's on the right hand side. Oh, it's a bit wide.
Gets a mad exit out of that into that final corner. Pushes him out wide. Oh!
Oh, that's compromised his corner. He might have to concede 2 positions. Such a great battle. He's not giving it up. He'll get the DRS. Oh, he's gone a little bit loose.
Trenor has joined the party, and so has Bang. Bang has joined the party, finally.
There's a bit of argy-bargy. Trenor on the outside.
Oh no, Trenor's round, and he's spun Bang as well. Trenor's gone off. Oh, and he's round on the apex of the corner. That's the worst place to be. He's managed to safely recover it, but oh, that was so unfortunate. He was battling F1. F1 Original went round the outside, and I think his 4 top drivers out of place. Yes.
SJ's around. SJ's around just after Maggots and Beckett's, I think.
Oh, it's all bloody happening.
It's all falling apart.
It's
there
all...
was a bit of dodgem cars. I think the stewards are going to be busy.
Stewards are going to be very busy between round 2 and round 3 for tier 4. But who should we sit on with now? Let's sit up with Cuds. Cuds is putting pressure on a dog. A dog is made his way up to 7 positions, up to P3.
I'm going to keep an eye on P1 as well.
Yes, that's right. Bridgie is P7.
Bridgie's made up 13 positions.
I
don't think there's a driver of the day for a sprint, but if there was, he would get it.
No, there is. I don't know if he gets points, but the game does award a driver of the day. I don't know. But let's have a quick look. Aussie Powers up 12 positions. Bridgie up 13 positions. Holy ball sacks. That is amazing driving. He's just getting his car up into places that, to be honest, Mercy would be very happy about him getting it to. Bang up 8 places.
He'll be one to watch in the feature if he can maintain this. If he's gone from 20 to 7th in the sprint, what will he do in the feature?
Yeah, what will he do indeed? So there's a couple of battles. We've got Santa, who's still on the tail of FIFA Beefy. Pardon me, FIFA Beefy, and Cuds on the tail of a dog. Looking like he's going to be putting a fair amount of pressure onto this hanger straight. Oh, dog goes a little bit wide. Alpine versus Red Bull.
Plenty of ERS or dog, and he's burning. So Cuds will be able to do it this time around. But he's close. Might get into this corner.
No, just tucks him behind.
Yeah, very well done. Nice and calm.
Let's see what sort of an exit he gets into onto the final lap. Everyone's on their not everyone, but a lot of people are on their final lap now. Let's see what Cuds can do on this final lap. Into
Powers is behind Cuds as well, ready to pounce. So I think that's where the battle is as well.
And Ethimon is actually no, he is right out of the contention there. But Powers does have a 3-second time penalty, I think you mentioned.
True.
So Ethimon doesn't have to overtake him on track. He just needs to sit within that 3 seconds, and he will jump up a spot for the starting grid of the feature. Alan Santa's dropped back. He must have basically resigned himself to P2, which he hasn't advanced. He hasn't dropped back. That's pretty happy. He'll still score points. A dog up 7 places. That's a phenomenal drive from him. Cuds, let's see if he can get him on this final straight. Let's stick with Cuds for the final straight.
Yeah, he's 6/10, 7/10.
Yeah, you need to be within 2 or 3 tenths if you want to do that one. But still, there's still one more corner that he could do it in. which is the second last corner, Vale, 16th and 17th.
It's close. Oh, is he going to go for it? Oh, no, he's decided to...
Thinks better of it.
Thinks better of it. It's probably a good idea. 4th position. Well done.
Well done. And as they cross the line, as I mentioned before, Ethimon will jump up into 5th place. A little bit disappointing, I would say, but still some good, not crowd management, disaster management from the Ferrari's point of view after having that spin earlier on in the race to make up some positions to at least get onto the 3rd row. So I'm just going to take a photo of that. Do you want to take us through the field as it stands for the feature?
Ferrari in the FIFA P1. Santa P2, Dog on P3, up 7 positions, Cuds on P4, Ethim on P5. So the Ferraris in P1 and P5. Aussie Powers P6. Oh, and it's disappeared. I'm going to crack my beer open whilst I...
I'm surprised you hadn't already done it.
I know, look, it's been so exciting, I haven't even had a chance to open it, so I'm going to take a couple of sips in just before the feature here. So Bridgie confirmed as driver of the day there. I think he made up 13 positions.
Yes, what an exciting sprint race. Yeah, there's going to be some, what's the words? There's going to be some interesting words to the stewards, I think.
And, yeah, vocabulary in the chat, I think. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
So these points will, like we said, there's only points from P1 to P8. They'll roll over into the feature as well, so that will determine the final placings of the day.
Absolutely. Was not expecting some of that to happen. It's a very challenging track. I'm not sure. I would imagine that any of the incidents that took place were not intentional, but yes, it's a very challenging track to overtake. Well, it's almost impossible to overtake. So you kind of have to take chances when you can, and sometimes those chances pay off. Sometimes they just don't, as we all know. And as we wait for the drivers to line up for the feature race. So as we've mentioned before, this is the Dubby Silverstone British Grand Prix. It is brought to you by Dubby, which is our American energy drinks partner. If you jump on our Discord, you can get a code where you can actually get a 10% discount on your orders for the Dubby energy drink. But yeah, so interesting. Let us bring up some statistics.
There's some choice words in the chat going on as well. One word that starts with an F and ends with a K, and it's been used fairly often. So yeah, there'll definitely be some stewards that'll be busy.
Yeah, I think someone needs to maybe mention in the chat to stop saying those words and just take it to the stewards, because nothing can be gained by accusations, and in the heat of the moment you say some stuff. It's not really what you feel. It's just because you've practiced for hours, you put a lot of effort in, you put a lot of energy. But let's just remember, it's a game. We're here to have fun. And speaking of fun, tyres. Let's go through the tyre strategies. Fun tyres, fun times.
So we've got the first 3 front runners on mediums. Cuds has decided to start on hards. Quite Cake in P11 also on hards. So his teammate in P11 on hards. So that's going to be interesting if there's safety car and they both have to pit at the same time. SJ's on hards in 15. Don Wall's also on hards, and Wayne Norris in 19 are on hards. Everyone else has decided to start on mediums.
Yeah. Look, there's really only 2 strategies. You don't do softs for a feature race. It's just not a thing on 2022, unless you've got balls the size of the Eiffel Tower. You just don't do soft.
They'd be pretty pointy. Wouldn't
I was trying to think of something else, but that was big.
like a DRS, like a windmill, right? Yeah.
Yes, let's go with that. What's wrong? What's happened to FIFA? Oh, he got disqualified. So
Okay, so who are we going to jump on?
I feel as though I'm going to jump on with Aussie Powers. He usually gets a pretty decent start. So let's jump on with Aussie Powers, and we'll wait for those lights to go out. They're all
Tetris.
Yeah. Why is it saying lap 2? Okay.
No,
So
lap 1 for me. It's all good.
and it is 5 red lights, and they are away. Powers gets a beautiful start. Threatens to go between Cuds, but he is on the medium tyres. And there's a little bit of contact. Oh, F1 Original is around on the first corner. Batman is around. Oh, there's a few people around. A dog is around. F1 Original, as I said before, is around. But it looks like everybody else is still in. Santa has managed to get in front of FIFA Beefy, but FIFA Beefy is coming back on the outside, going into turn number 6. Luffield going into Luffield, taking the outside line, but managing to slot in behind Alan Santa as they go onto the Woodcote, onto the final, the straight, into the the second sector, as they go through the Beckett's Chapel complex. This is where turns can happen, and this is where races can be won and lost. But everyone seems to be on the straight and narrow. We've managed to get through the first sector. We've had a few turns, but it doesn't look like anyone is actually out.
No, the boys at the back they're about 10 seconds behind. Just looking at that incident, I think F1 had a great start, but the corner was just a bit too optimistic, I think, and collided with a few cars.
Look, there's battles going up and down the field. Sorry, I just had to butt in. Cuds has actually managed to get past. FIFA Beefy has dropped back 3 places. He was in first, but now he's in 4th. Ethimon has held position. Bridgie is up 1. Parsifal's up 2. JT Ration and Trenner are both up 4. SJ the one's up 5. Quiet Cake's managed to hold positions. Batman is up 8 positions.
FIFA's making a move.
All right, back up to FIFA. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I'm going to sit on board with Cuds at the moment, because he usually gets a pretty decent exit. Who's round? What's that? Is that F1 Original again?
F1 Original, yes. And he's disqualified facing the wrong way, so unfortunate there. I didn't see what happened, and, trying to recover, and unfortunate. This game should give you a few extra seconds to spin that car around, but unfortunately he has the car is now parked on the track. No, it's not on the track, off the track, I should say, off the track.
The stewards have managed to clear it, so I don't think it's going to be a safety car. It's just a yellow flag. No, they're still racing. So we've got a couple of cars that have actually pulled away. We've got Powers and Santa that have pulled away 2 and almost 3 seconds from Beefy, and now there is a train going from 3rd all the way back to 10th. SJ in 10th. There's another car around. It's a Haas. Who's around down there? Who can you see? I think it's Batman.
Batman.
Oh, devastating for the Caped Crusader.
Just looking at Cuds here, Cuds is on the hard strategy, and he's keeping up with the front runners. So if he can maintain that 1 second gap, less than 1 second gap, he'll do well. Especially once those front runners, their tyres start to wear out. On Cuds at the moment, and Bridgie's trying to make a move, followed by Parsifal as well. So
yeah, all the way down to Trenner. SJ's just dropped outside the 1 second, but Trenner's going to want to make some moves as well. But yeah, you're right. Cuds is on a brilliant strategy there. He's the front hard runner, and he's right in the middle of a whole bunch of yellow. It is probably a little bit scary for him, but he is managing to keep pace. He's just dropped outside the 1 second mark of Ethimon, but that doesn't mean he's going to stay there. He might burn a little bit to get back in there. But yeah, there is a train behind Cuds heading back to P9. Let's sit down to Bang. Bang has put a lot of pressure on Quiet Cake. Obviously, Bang's on the medium strategy, so he's going to want to put some distance between himself and the two hard runners in front of him. So we might stick on with him for a couple of seconds, but Trenor's making a move. Call it. Trenor's actually about to make a move. Oh.
And he's gone the outside. Oh, he's going to get pushed off the track a bit. No, it's clean, it's clean. And he's made the move. Well done.
What a move. Round the outside like a couple of Buffalo girls.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, maybe that's a little bit old for you. Malcolm McLaren?
It's a bit... No. Anyway.
No? Okay.
That's right. SJ and Quiet Cake. SJ's been cutting the grass again. He can't cut a break. He keeps getting pushed off track, but only gets passed by Bang as well. Yeah, I don't think SJ's having a great day.
Let's jump back down the field. We've got Domwa. You keep an eye on the front runners, and if I miss anything, let me know. Domwa is following Wayne Morris. He's within DRS. We've got Fat Eagle also following Domwa. So a bit of a spicy little battle for the final points paying position.
Move on Cuds. Bridgie's got a great move there. He's done DRS as well. Will he make the move on the inside? Oh, it's tricky. I think he does. I think Cuds concedes.
Yeah.
Another day.
Bridgie's still on those medium tyres that still probably have that slight advantage over the hards at the moment. But the tables will turn in maybe 2 or 3 laps where there's that crossover point between hards and mediums.
As well. Sorry, Trenor's very close behind Parzival as well. So those front runners, or the mid pack anyway, very close to JT. Oh, Trenor's on the inside there.
Makes a move.
Yep, Parzival's gone wide.
And JT Racing is putting a bit of pressure on Parzival as well. Quiet Cake behind him. And yeah, Bang as well. Putting pressure on the cake. And who doesn't love a piece of cake at the moment? Bang loves cake. He loves to eat a bit of cake. Look at him go.
Well, he might be eating it now. He's on the inside here. Oh, is there any contact? Oh,
no, I think they've kept it clean. Kept it clean.
First lot of penalties are coming in. Okay, let's see.
Oh, it's the Verstappen corner. Did they come together? No, they.
Corner.
It's. He does push him out a little bit wide, so Quiet Cake does manage to get back in front, but he's flashing. He does. They don't have anything left in the tank.
Either of them. Yeah. They'll all get DRS, so DRS train will kick in. So he gets a better corner. Bang looks like he's got a great corner there. A great exit. No, I just don't think that'll happen.
Just doesn't have anything.
Driving by Quiet Cake there though.
Yeah, covers off the apex quite nicely, but as they come into the final 2 corners, let's see if they can keep it clean through there. It's a very difficult one to get. Oh, very difficult one to stay too wide. But Bang's had to concede that, and which has given SJ a bit of an advantage because I was looking at his telemetry. He's got 50% battery. He's just been saving his cookies for this particular situation right here. Oh, Bang's had a massive snap there on the during that, and which has given SJ the opportunity to go up the inside, and he's going to get DRS, and he's also got in front of him. So nice move by SJ there. Well done, bro. Bang's still...
He's going for the move. He's still fighting. Oh, it's side by side.
This is a great little scrap here.
Yeah, this is really good there. Oh yeah, SJ's got plenty of battery in the tank, so...
He just needs to hold his nerve and get good exits, and then he can spam the ERS going up the hanger straight.
Yeah, keep in mind, SJ's on the hards as well, so he's doing a great job passing Bang on the mediums, 5-lap old mediums. My practice has shown the mediums will last about 12 laps, so I think the hards will start to come into play at the moment.
Yeah.
Meds probably won't drop off for another 4 or 5 laps.
Absolutely. SJ has allowed Bang to get back in front of him, but look, Bang has absolutely no battery, and yeah, he's
outside of DRS as well, so SJ might get him on the next straight.
Yeah, SJ's definitely got an advantage, and he's playing it very smart. He's not fighting too hard. He's allowing Bang to get back in front of him, and as you said, he is actually on a decent strategy. So when they go into the pits and pit for their second stint, SJ is going to jump onto the fresh mediums. Bang is going to jump onto the fresh hards, which is going to definitely hold an advantage for SJ. I'm just going to jump back up the field as that unfolds to Trenner. So let's have a quick look at the position changes. Trenner's up 7 positions. He had a bit of a shocker in the first the feature race. Whether we didn't catch what happened, but he definitely was unfortunate to drop back as far as he did. But he's definitely redeeming himself now. Yes. Gets past Bridgie.
Blew past Bridgie.
Yeah. And I believe Cuds. Has Cuds had a round? He was definitely high up in 7th, wasn't he? I think it must have been off the start.
Could be the tyres as well. Could be the tyres of he's on slower tyres. Maybe he's
yeah, true.
The long game. Yep.
So at the moment, just taking you through, we've got Santa for AlphaTauri in first. He's made up 1 position. Aussie Powers, IRL Powers, up 4 positions in P2. Come on, Red Bull. Let's see some Red Bull action. Ethimon and FIFA Beefy 3rd and 4th for Mash Junior's Ferrari camp. And Trenner up 8 positions in front of Bridgie, who, as I said, is running a redemption race this weekend after his unfortunate DNF at France.
So maybe jump on with Quiet Cake. Quiet Cake's 2.5 tenths behind.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a train in front. Parsville picks up a 3 seconds. So these penalties are going to start to kick in now. Quiet Cake's got a great exit there. I think he'll get this done quite easily.
Yep, but both of them, well, no.
On the hards as well, so well done there from Quiet Cake.
Yep, but Parsifal's got 50% battery, so we'll keep an eye on those guys. Let's have a quick look at the penalties. Yes, 8 seconds, 5 seconds, and 3 seconds. Oh, Aussie Powers with 6 seconds.
6 seconds. That's going to hurt.
That is ouchie wawa. Let's have a quick look at the... everyone's on 7 or 8 lap old. There have been no safety cars. There have been no VSCs. Just a couple of yellow flags. So, yeah. Now, Bang has actually managed to shake SJ in that little battle. He's managed to shake SJ and catch up to the back of Parzival. So he's done some, pedal to the metal, hammer down, and he's managed to, in the last couple of laps, shake SJ out of that 1 second DRS zone, and he's now on the hunt for some Percivals.
Is there any team orders going to come into play this early in the season, you think, Tetris?
What's that?
I was just saying, are there any team orders going to come into play? Bang's leading the championship over Parzival's only been 1 race. You think they're talking and say, let me through?
They're both on the same compound of tyres as well. So you think that the lead car would get the first opportunity to pit, so the pit priority. But we'll keep an eye on that one. Put a pin in it. Let's see, are there any other battles up and down? Oh, Aussie Powers and Alan Sander are getting a little bit friendly. Let's have a look at them, see what's going on up the top of the field.
I think Powers might have just got not a great exit. I think Santa got a better exit. He's gaining, but just not enough. Yeah. Oh, there's someone around. It's a
Mercedes. It's Immortal.
Immortal just on the start finish line.
What a shame for the veteran racer from season 1. We've seen Immortal's career go up and down, and it's a little bit shaky. He has good days. He has.
Powers is around. Oh, I don't think he's got any damage.
Where is that?
Recover on track.
Oh, that's Cops.
It is.
That's Cops.
He's re-entering safely, but he's lost a lot of positions.
Oh.
His tyres will be spent as well. He's got to be really careful not to spin again. Oh, and he is down again. I'm sorry. Commentator's curse, and he's taken Cake out with him as well. Oh, no. Don't move. Oh. Yeah. And Cake got a 5-second penalty in that as well. Power's got a 5-second penalty, I believe. Okay, there's a number of cars coming in the pits, so Santa's coming in.
Pulled the pin on lap 11. Might be, I don't know, would that be going for the undercut? So Santa's actually going from hards to mediums. So he's on, mediums to hards. Yeah, so he's just changed onto the hards. I thought that was the case. There's a lot of pit action, and this is definitely, I think we mentioned it the other night, this is the longest pit lane, I think, in the calendar. I think it's about 28 seconds or something you lose when you jump into the pits. So
pitting in here, you only have to pit when you need to, and that's it. You don't want to be coming in for wings or anything like that. We've got another yellow. It's a Red Bull, I think. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? No, I think Powers is retired Powers is retired in the pits.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned he ended up having 16 seconds of penalties. I think
he got a penalty with Quiet Cake for hitting him, and then he got a speeding penalty. So yeah, but hey, you never know what can happen. But he's decided to pull the plug.
That's right. So having a look, we've got almost half the field that have pit.
Bridges in the pits.
And it'll be interesting to see how all of these pit strategies. So as we said before, Cuds, who was the lead hards, he's on hards. He's 8 seconds behind Ethimon, but again, as we said, he will come out onto a softer compound with a lot more traction. He'll be able to make a lot of time in the first 7 or 8 laps. There's that speeding in the pit lane.
Yep.
I always grimace when I see that because I know that feeling. It's frustrating, but everyone's now. I think these will be all the medium runners that a lot of them are the medium runners that are pitting. Fat Eagle is in the pits for Aston Martin. A dog. He's obviously serving his one of his 5-second penalties. Batman has already pitted. I don't think he's going to be in contention today unless there's a safety car, but don't count him out. He is, after all, the Cape Crusader. But at the moment, we've got Ethimon leading Cuds and JT Racing, SJ the 1 in 4th, Quiet Cake, Donwa, Wayne Morris, Alan Santa, who is, at the moment, he is strategic P1, I would say.
Yeah, and he's got 27.5-second lead, so it's going to be very tight to come back in P1, but it will be very close.
Between him and Ethimon.
You would think. Well, yeah, let's see where Ethimon comes out because he's on the same strategy. So let's see where Ethimon comes out.
Yeah, we've got a couple more. Ethimon is just ducked into the pits for the Ferrari strategy
got
dream.
Some traffic, unfortunately, so that's going to compromise him. Yeah, so Santa's got some cars in front of him with some old tyres, and I think that's compromised him a little bit there. So
Let's see where he comes out. He definitely comes out in
he
front of
does,
Ethimon,
does
and he
come out.
will have the warmer tyres, so
Yeah,
he will have the advantage of his tyres will be
pick
warmed up. He needs to get
pick up
past
DRS
Donwa.
here as well.
Oh, Donwa's had a bit of an
Donmar might
off.
have, yeah, and I think he might have compromised Ethimon as well, so that will definitely help Santa's race.
Yeah. So Donwa's got Santa has got Wayne Morris in front of him, and if he can clear Wayne Morris on the next straight or in the next sector, or if Wayne Morris decides that this is his where he gets to pit his pit lap, Santa's got a fair bit of clear air in front of him, about 8.5 seconds between himself and Quiet Cake. So he would be able to
Santa
build a bit of a gap.
I think Santa will get it done on this corner now. Got the DRS and he's burning. And I think he has.
Yeah, he's got it done cleanly.
Excellent. Good job, Santa.
All right, so he now has 8.5 seconds in front of him. Oh, and Trenner gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh, what a shame.
Let's forget about Santa. Let's not look at him anymore because Broseph, I'm sure, will be telling us not to give
Get off him! Get off him!
Yep. Where can we have a look at?
We've got.
FIFA Beefy's,
yeah, I'm just sitting on with Trenner at the moment behind FIFA Beefy and Skittlepick. So this is obviously Trenner and FIFA Beefy are fighting for position. Skittlepick still has to pit, so he'll be coming in hopefully the next lap, unless he's doing the he's going to try and do the mediums to softs. But yeah, Ethimon gets past him. Trenner's going to want to get past him as well. He actually lets him go. Nice work, Skitterpeak. That's very thoughtful of you to not try and hold up these two guys. But sorry, back on with Trenner. Trenner and Beefy are going to have a mad little battle through this.
Verstappen corner.
Yes. Oh, pushes him a little bit. Oh, they keep it. They keep it.
Oh, it's side by side. This is going to end it. Oh, good job, Trenner. I think
he just pulled out.
To live another day. Yeah, he just pulled out. Yeah, you don't go too wide into there.
Because
he's
if
got
you
to
look,
get him back. He's got the DRS and he's got to pass him now. That's very well done. Very smart driving.
Also, he does have a fair amount of advantage on the battery, so that's very well done by Trenner. Very mature and exciting, but mature racing. What else have we got?
Skittle Peak is going around again. I don't know what he's doing on 13. Yeah, he's going to go for a...
I think he's going the medium softs. I think he thinks that he's driving 2021.
Yeah, I think he's hoping for maybe a late safety car.
I think...
I couldn't get too far with those mediums. 12, 14 laps is... Yeah, probably gets about 60, 70%.
I think once they get to 15 laps, I think they're not quite up to 70%, but once they get to about 45, 50%, you just lose so much traction and lose so much time.
It's not worth it.
Anyway, who are we going to follow? That doesn't look like to be...
half a second behind Wayne Morris. Ethimon's 2-lap-old hards versus Wayne Morris's 14-lap-old hards. So you'd imagine...
Ethimon with a bit of an advantage.
How many laps do you think before the hards come in for their meds, Tetris? I was thinking about the 14 to 16 laps. Oh, there's a McLaren around. I think it might be... Is it SJ? SJ P3 has had a spinner just before the pit entry. So he's decided to come in and change. So P1, P2 and P3 have come in to get rid of those hards and swap them for, you would assume, some medium tyres.
Mediums for Cuds. Quiet Cake's just coming around the corner. Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but We know what we're talking about. Everyone should know. But the
Yeah,
person we can't say is leading the race that we don't want to look at.
the person who we're not even going to mention is up the top. So, which brings Efimon 3.5, almost 4 seconds behind, with a bit of an advantage, 2 lap fresher tyres. That probably will help him at the end, but we'll see what happens in 9, 10 laps. Maybe a late safety car, but
Bridgie.
Yeah, I'm just on Bridgie right now. Bridgie and Scooter Peak.
Yeah, pretty easily done there.
Yeah, pretty simple overtake there on the Brooklyn Straight.
I must admit though, Tetris, and I'm going to put a commentator's curse, but we've had no safety cars. We've got 18 drivers. I would have bet on a safety car for Silverstone.
Well, this is what they said last week, and we had a few DNFs but no safety cars. So,
there we go. We got some yellows. I think it's Batman.
It's Fat Eagle. Fat Eagle and Batman have come together. Not right now, and not over me. It's and they're all.
Bang is making a move on Bridgie. Let's maybe jump on with Bang.
Yep. Look at that.
Bang's got 5 lap old cards, and Bridgie's got 4 lap old cards, so fairly even there. But Bridgie's got so much more battery in the tank. And Bang's also got a penalty.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe bring up the penalties just quickly, Tetris. I'll go through those. So we've got Tetris on we've got Trenner on a 3-second penalty. Bang on a 3-second. JTE, Parzival, Quiet Cake, Don Moore, and JTE picks another 3 seconds. So yeah, these penalties are going to come into play. They really need to keep it clean.
Yeah, there's not really much going on at the moment. Just Skidder Peak overtaken by JT Racing, but that makes sense because Skidder Peak still is on.
Jump on Bang. Bang.
Jump on Bang. All right, yeah, there we go. So we've got Bang following Bridgie. This is going to be interesting.
I think Bang's got a great exit there. He's got his DRS open and he's burning. I think he'll get this move done. Bridgie.
Yeah, walks past him on the straight.
Yeah, well done.
I think Batman's just retired in the pits. So hopefully he doesn't cause any... let's have a look. Oh, he comes out. Nah. It's been a clean retirement. Oh, no, he's still on track.
He's still on track.
He pulls over.
Yeah.
Trenner would be like, oh, yeah. Cursing.
A little bit there, but yeah, it was the AI does wonderful things in this game.
Does amazing things. Yes, I know it's his AI Kurama, but it caused AI's caused a couple of DNFs in the last race, and we were just making sure that if there were, we would catch it on stream. But it hasn't actually happened, so it's good this week. What's happening here? We've got Bridgie and Bang.
Bridgie again. Bridgie's 6/10 behind Bang. Again, similar age tyres. Bridgie's got 1 lap old pressure hards. And Bang's just had a pretty awful exit there. So let's see. Bridgie's got pretty much 60% ERS with Bang, only about 11. So let's see if he can get this move done. No, it's still a while away. 6/10. I don't think he'll get it done. He'll just save his battery and try the next time.
He has a fair bit of battery as well. He's been doing quite well. Bang is pardon me. Excuse me. Bang is going flash, and yeah, Bridgie actually still a fair bit of battery in the tank. But look, the delta between Ethimon and Santa is decreasing. It's not dropping like a stone, but it's definitely decreasing. It was up around 3.8 seconds after Ethimon exited the pits, but he's whittled it away. He's managed to get it down to just shy of either 2.9 or 3 seconds. The delta between... Keep an eye on the delta between FIFA and Trenner? Trenny? What the heck? Keep an eye on the delta between FIFA and Trenner, and also the delta between Cuds. We were talking about Cuds before. He went the alternate strategy, started on the hards, managed to keep a decent amount of pace between in the middle of a field of medium runners, but now he's on 3-lap-old tires, medium tires, and I've just seen 3/10 being whittled out of the delta between him and Beefy.
Yeah, Thimon's brought it down to 2.6, and Cuds is it's dropping.
It is. It's actually dropping quite quickly.
And Trenner's got a 3-second penalty there, so Cuds could be up for a podium.
Cuds could be up for his first podium. That would be amazing. But let's not let's not let's get off him. Ads is saying, get off him. But it's so exciting. He's just gone from
making a move. Quiet Cake's 3/10 behind Tarzal.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. I want to get the overtake between Cuds and Beefy on stream, because
I'm keeping a look on it. Yep.
Yeah, but we're looking at
the moment.
Quiet Cake is following behind Partsival. He's within the 1 second DRS, so he might look to make a move on this lap, overtaking the Alfa Romeo. He is obviously on far fresher and a faster compound of tyres.
I would say to jump on Cuds if you want to watch that. So Cuds is 6/10. He's got 32% ARS, medium tyres. Fever's got nothing in the tank. I think Cuds, if he can,
I'm back on Cuds
through these twisty turnies, he might make it stick through the DRS.
Shall we go on board with him?
Yeah,
see if he does it.
Let's see what he can do.
So he gets a beautiful entry into the Beckett's Maggots. Gets a great exit out of Maggots and onto the straight. Walks past him, really. That wasn't that hard.
Didn't even need to burn.
No. And because he's on mediums, he is going to be able to pull out that gap if he plays his cards right and gets decent exits.
Maybe we'll jump off. Maybe we'll jump off him then. We'll won't give him a curse. Quiet Cake's very, very close with Parzival. We've got a yellow somewhere.
That's one of the...
It's Wayne Morris. Yeah, Wayne Morris just after Maggots and Beckett's. He's recovered nicely. He's back on track.
Just on board with Quiet Cake at the moment as he crosses the line for lap 21.
It's just an update up front. 3 seconds gap as well. Just dropped below 3 seconds, but yeah, Etimon's not really closing. Still 5 laps to go, so let's see what can happen.
There you go, Blurs. There's your pens.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Bang. 6 seconds penalty there.
It's going to hurt Trenner as well with Cuds on his tail.
Yep. Again, Cuds just needs to close by half a second, and he'll have that position. So you think he'll be able to do it on those mediums. Quiet Cake's going to make the move. He's going to make the move. He's going to wait for the DRS zone. No, he's going to make the move, and he's got it done. Very well done. Oh, there's someone around as well.
It's a Ferrari. Is that Ethimon? No, it's Beefy.
No, it's Beefy. Okay, I think some of the concentration is lacking. Only a few more laps to go, boys. 4 more laps to go.
Yeah, it may not even be. It may not just be the concentration. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. So Beef is on 10-lap-old hards, and they shouldn't be that slippy at the moment. They should still be in half-decent condition.
That'd be when they're pretty good, yeah.
If he was on 10-lap-old mediums, that'd be a different story.
Quiet Cakes looks like he's going to get the move done on FIFA Beefy as well.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Cake now.
Parzival might jump on it as well.
It's a Beefy Cake battle.
Yeah. Doesn't sound too good. Meatloaf?
No.
Call it meatloaf?
Yeah, I'd do anything for love, but I don't think I do that. But let's stay on with Quiet Cake at the moment. Bridgie is putting a bit of pressure back on Bang up ahead, but there's still like 7 or 8 tenths between that, so we won't jump on board. We'll stay with Quiet Cake and Beefy, see what the Beefy Cake battle brings. But behind him, he's got the Alfa Romeo of Parzival, also... Thanks, Broseph. I am old. Not as old as some. Oh!
Yeah, it's a bit optimistic to take those that line there. Could have just waited for the DRS zone, I think, and he would have made it. But it's all right. You can try for next time. None of them have got. Actually, Parzival's got plenty of battery.
He does. Cake and Beefy, I think they're starting. Oh, they're both they're both flashing, so they've got a bit of a battery deficiency going on.
We've got another one. Someone else is around.
Who else is around? I can't see. I've got messages.
Come back yet. Okay, just an update up the front as well. So it's still 3 seconds between the front runner and second place.
I'm going to have a quick look at the Lonely Santa. He's kept it. He's this second stint, he's been a little bit lonely up there, but that's not a bad thing. He's just been keeping it clean and making sure that he gets his exits and just gets into his rhythm. Ethimon, 2.6 seconds behind, but not closing, not pulling out a gap. It's sitting pretty nicely, and Ethimon's just pulled out a 3-second time penalty as well. That's unfortunate.
So
let's have a look at the pens.
So Cuds hasn't really closed the gap. We would have thought he would have closed up that 3-second gap, and it's still at 3.6 seconds. So he's only got a few more laps to go. Other than trying to get another penalty, he might be just outside of the podium position.
So at the moment, we're looking at I mean, maybe Cuds is keeping a little bit in the tank. He's not keeping a little bit in the tank, but he's saving. I think he's actually not burning a lot of the ERS. He's actually saving some for a couple of last laps so that he can pull that 4-second, delta down a little bit so that he can get within the 3 seconds. But, he's still got 3 laps to do it.
Trina's got about the same amount of battery life as well, so...
But as it stands, Beefy's going
to... Cakes... Sorry.
No, you're right. No, this battle for 7th is still going on quite strong. 8th, still going quite strong. Parzival is just sitting in behind Quiet Cake. And also, Quiet Cake has... he's also got a 6-second time penalty, so that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I was going to say FIFA might be just best to let him through, but he's 7 seconds behind JTE, and JTE's got 6 seconds of penalty. So if he can close that up, he'll close up a position. So he just needs to concentrate on his race and see if he can make up that second.
Absolutely. Doesn't seem to be much else going on apart from this little battle here for 8th between Parzival, Quiet Cake, and the Beefinator. We'll see if Parzival can actually make something happen on this lap.
Quiet Cake's making the move on the outside.
Dives down the inside.
Just let him through and just let the fight another day.
But he's getting the switchback. But also Parzival
as well.
Yeah, Parzival's coming through. He's going to try and take him on the inside of turn 1. Oh no, there's a bit of contact and he's... Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Parzival's around. Yeah, I was riding on board there with Parzival, but I didn't actually see whose fault that might have been. So yeah,
I don't think it was anyone's fault. I mean, it's a very difficult corner to overtake on, unless you're like
side by side.
Millimeter perfect. I really don't think that it was anyone. It could probably just a racing incident. Old tyres. Let's have a look at the tyres. Yeah, so Parzival's on 13 lap old hards. beefies on 14 lap old hards and quiet cake on 9 lap old mediums. So yeah, the tyres are going to be a little bit second hand, all of them at the moment. Field's pretty spread out at the moment.
Sure.
Let's have a quick look.
Say we may want to jump on the last lap with the leader.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's take us through.
All right.
Take us through.
Turn. Where are we?
We're on the third lap. Turn 4.
Turn 4, heading down into the straight there. Needs to keep it easy. It's the last lap. We don't want to jinx him. But he's got 2.5, nearly 3 seconds behind. So he's maintained that that lead or that gap with Ethamon. So he just needs to bring it home. Take it easy. Don't push too hard. And it will be hopefully a P1 for AlphaTauri.
Absolutely.
Again, we're not biased at all. Yeah, we are. But
no, we are completely unbiased commentators. We haven't been looking at him all race because we didn't want to have anything happen because we obviously we know the I'm going to stop talking. Trenna is going to probably hang on to P. Let's have a look at the. That's not what I wanted. The penalties. Trenna is probably going to hang on to P3 at the moment. And look, as he comes across the line, it is Alan Santa, P1 for AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri on the top step of the podium. At last. Not at last. Well, for the first time this season, we have bringing home the chockies and the gold. Ethimon in the Ferrari. Well done, Ethimon. You did an absolutely brilliant drive after your spin in the sprint race. Trenna to me, as much as Alan Santa wins my heart, Trenna for me is driver of the day. 10 places, 10 positions, but also the grit that he showed. He had a great quali, a really unfortunate incident in the sprint race, and then to bring it home to actually make the podium. That is absolutely, in my opinion. I'm going to take a photo of that so I don't have to remember it. But yes, there we have it. P4, Tier 4. Silverstone sprint race, sprint weekend.
That was a great race.
Done and dusted. A little bit boring towards the end because everyone was there was no safety cars. What happened there? No safety cars, GCAT.
Again, I would have bet my house on there being a safety car. So it would have spiced things up a little bit. But I think overall the racing was pretty good. A couple of little side by side bang in there, but we'll let the stewards handle that. Post race, I think we want to just get a few photos. Tetris of the outcome. I might invite the podium winners on the
absolutely
into the chat. I just need to wait for the final standings because I need to add the sprint followed by the feature race. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you want to take those photos? Because I've got I've got the sprint race and the quali. Actually, I've got the sprint race in the quali. But look, a very colourful podium tonight. White, red, and green. That's Italian. Red, white, and green. Or Irish or Hungarian. Lots of red, white, and greens.
Mexican.
Yeah, definitely Italian. Yeah. Irish. Yeah, it is Irish. Red, white, and green. Isn't it? No, it's green.
Orange, mate. Red, green, white. Yeah,
green and white.
Orange.
Anyway. Depends what part of Ireland. So there you have it, people. The race. I'm going to just press that button. So the sprint race we had before, but this feature race, AlphaTauri P1, Ethimon P2, Alan Santa for AlphaTauri P1, Ethimon for Ferrari P2, Trenner for Aston Martin P3, Cuds for Alpine, a very, very solid P4. He's come P4 in the first two races. Alpine TP IRL ads is going to be so happy with him. Bridgie for McLaren P5, redemption round after his shocker of an exit in France. Bang, Alfa Romeo started in 10th, finished up P6. JT Racing for Haas in P7. FIFA Beefy for Ferrari in P8. Quiet Cake for Alpine in P9. SJ for McLaren P10. Well done, SJ. Donwa for Williams and Wayne Morris for Williams, respectively, P11, P12. Partsival for Alfa Romeo for P13. A Dog for Red Bull, P14. Skidder Peak, Mercedes Immortal, 15 and 16, respectively. Fat Eagle, Aston Martin in P17. Batman, I think these are the DNFs. Red Bull, Aussie Powers, F1 Original out on the first lap, unfortunately, in P20. So there you have it. That is tier 4. I think, who do we have in the chat? Kat?
I think we have Santa joined, but my game has crashed, so I can't do anything. So, but Santa, are you there?
I'm here.
Right. Santa!
Let's go!
That was
P1, baby!
Oh, what a race,
So
what a race.
That's
Sorry.
P2 in the sprint and P1 in the feature, so 32 points total.
Yeah, well,
talk us through,
crazy.
Santa. Talk us through the race. Yeah, I was telling the watchers that you had your secret weapon with you tonight. Talk us through it.
It was a crazy race. I think in the sprint race it was an incident at the front. In my opinion, I don't touch Timon. I think was in front. I don't know. So maybe that will be a little controversial, but yeah, it all will be to the stewards, and we will see.
The sprint race?
The main race, that was crazy. The pressure that Etimon made the last 10 laps. Well, I was sweating like hell. I made 2 warnings in that time, and I was just hoping don't make a penalty.
So tell us, you came out of the pits and you had a little bit of traffic. Were you worried about your Delta being completely smashed by the traffic that you were behind? You were behind a few cars that were on old hards.
Yeah, first I was worried because it was the 2 Alpines in front of me, I think, after the pit. But then I could clear them, and Etimon stuck behind them, and like 2-3 laps, and that was my luck. I think with that I won the race.
Phenomenal drive, mate. Phenomenal drive. We in the commentary box.
I have to give a shout out to Broseph in the comms, man. He was brilliant.
Yes, your race engineer and obviously AlphaTauri team principal, the man, the myth, the legend, Broseph. He is one of the most loved characters and just generally a pretty awesome bloke. But I might be biased there as well. But no, he is not just a TP, but also a friend and a very, very caring person for the whole league. But well done, Santa. You just the race. I was so impressed. We were both so impressed. We were also not taking as much notice of you as we possibly could because we didn't want to, do that thing.
That's fine like that. I like that.
We didn't want to do that thing. So, look, well done, mate. You go into the next weekend, probably, I would say, in the lead. But we'll wait till the standings come out. Wait till the stewards have had their say. So we're going to have a quick chat.
Respect to other drivers. Respect to Etimon and Trena. Thank you for having a good race today.
Cool. Thanks very much, Santa. We will chat to you later on the week. And good luck next week. Thank
you so much.
Wherever the heck we are next week. I can't even remember. I'm so excited. We have Ethimon.
I think Ethimon P2.
Congratulations. How we're really well, mate. We were a little bit I was a little bit gutted when we saw you spin in the sprint because you had such a great quali to get it up onto P1, get it up onto pole position. It's not the easiest thing to do. Tell us what happened with in the sprint race.
Well, from my point of view, driving around going, I don't even know what turn it is. Like, one of the turns. We come out of it and I felt my rear get bumped and it just sent me.
Yeah, just destabilized the car and basically, yeah,
Yeah,
took
it
you off
was,
track.
yeah. It was, yeah, heartbreaking, but what can you do? Just keep driving, do the best you could, or do the best I could.
Yeah, look, that is exceptionally unfortunate. But look, you had a great comeback in the feature race. Tell us about the feature race. You came out on the. You started in where did you start in P7
5.
or P5? Yep. You started in P5. You had a good first stint, but then you came out and you were behind a few cars. We noticed. How did that affect your pit exit and that first outlap?
Well, initially, as I came out of the pits going down towards the first DRS straight, a Williams just about took me out because it spun and then I tried to avoid it, but it just came back on track very recklessly and probably cost me about 2.5 seconds to Santa.
Yeah. So that was basically your delta at the end. So yeah, it's one of those things when your engineers advise you when to pit. It can be good and bad. But look, you managed to bring it home for P2. So you did. It wasn't just damage limitation. You had a great feature race, I must admit.
Thank you. Well, yeah, first of all, that was my first ever pole position in any leagues. And
Congratulations, mate. That is
Well
such an
done, mate.
achievement.
thank you. And I also want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to Mash for being there, keeping me calm when stuff didn't go quite my way.
Yeah.
And yeah, just superb engineer, great team principal.
Mash Junior, obviously season three tier two champion, who is now the team principal of the Scuderia Ferrari. Congratulations, Mash, as well on a good result for your both your drivers in the feature race, and all Beefy obviously getting first in the sprint race. That was a pretty cool achievement as well.
Yeah, it was good, and I am very appreciative of him drafting me
Yeah,
and giving me the opportunity.
cool.
Oh, tell you what
Kat, do
I
you
am
have any other
appreciative of.
questions?
No, it's great. The only question I had was, towards the end there, we were keeping an eye on your delta. It was about 3 seconds all the way. We were thinking you might close up, but were you pushing or were you just sort of content to bring home P2?
I was pushing until I copped that 3 seconds, and then I was like, I'll just bring the car home. Don't do anything silly.
Don't
Yeah, because
compromise.
Trenner behind you had a penalty as well, right? So I think that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, and hats off to Santa. Incredible pace that race. Just
Cool.
it was a good race all around for the most part.
Great job.
Great job,
Thank you.
mate. Well, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you back on track next week. We're going to have a quick chat to Trenner before we wrap it up for this evening. Trenner, welcome to Sky Race Control. Congratulations on, small commiserations, but well done in the feature race to bring it back. Tell us your version of or what happened to you in the sprint, or what happened to your car in the sprint race, mate.
Yeah, so sprint race, although Santa says he's not sure, I think my vision shows, Etimon's been pushed from behind, which spun Etimon, which spun Santa into me as I was trying to come through after their carnage, which took me out. So, a bit unfortunate, but yeah, we'll let the stewards decide. But yeah, and then towards the end of that race, some very, very questionable racecraft. But yeah, yet again, we'll let the stewards deal with that one. So the sprint was very frustrating. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it looked like there were a few, not battles going up and down the field. There were a few incidents. So we might even see a few more reports come through to the stewards this week than we did last week. Obviously, no safety cars, which, look, for Tier 4, that is the second race in a row that we've only just had a couple of flash yellows. We haven't actually had a safety car, so nobody DNF'd on track. We've had all of our DNFs either being disqualified or DNFs on track. But tell us about when you came out of the pits for your second stint, how you approached that second stint and what was going through your mind when before you got the penalty, at least.
Yeah, so the penalty, if I had have needed to do it, I reckon I could have got it removed because I had a warning on lap one at the start and got pushed off track. So I reckon I probably could have got that removed if I got close enough to Ethy. So I was praying he'd relax, and then I was able to get in within three, but it wasn't to be. But nah, the second stint was just about trying to catch Beefy to begin with, but trying to bide my time because I didn't want to try and do it on cold hards because they're a nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got past Beefy, it was just get as close as I could to Ethy as possible. But those two at the front, Ethy and Santa, they clearly had good consistent pace, so no mistakes at the front.
Yeah, we were watching those deltas for the top three, and they barely changed for the last 7 or 8 laps. It was actually really interesting to watch because we were watching.
Yeah, it's a shame we weren't all close together because I reckon it would have been a damn good battle.
Yeah, like you and Bang last week. That would have been cool to see again. But you're all on the same strategy, so it was going to be like that. Well, not it wasn't definitely going to be like that, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me that much that there wasn't huge advantages for any of you.
Yeah, we're watching even at the pit stops, right? I think Santa came out, he was 3 seconds in front, and then he pretty much maintained it all the way after the pits. So, a bit unfortunate from a spectator point of view. It couldn't be a bit closer, but it was great racing nonetheless.
Yeah. All credit to those boys. They were quick and consistent, and that's what you're after.
That is indeed what we're after. So next week we are off to Spa. How do you feel about that track, Tranner? Do you like it, or is it not one of your favourites?
Look, it's a bit of a love-hate relationship. Sometimes good, sometimes pretty shit. So
you love it when it works, but you hate it when you spin.
Yeah, it's when you spin, it's just a nightmare. But we'll see. We'll get on the practice track and we'll see if we can bring home some more points for the green.
Poo on in the rain. It's not my favourite place to be.
If it rains, I might just retire in the pits, to be honest.
Just go 50-50 downforce.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Trenner. Look, congratulations. Shame what happened in the sprint race, but look, you definitely more than made up for it in the feature. It was poetry watching some of your overtakes and just watching your racecraft. We're really, really excited about this season, watching you on Tier 4 comms. So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you drive next week.
Yeah, cheers, boys. And look forward to going back and listening to you guys on comms. It's always a good laugh.
Well, we're here for you, we're here for your entertainment.
Exactly. We love it. So keep up the good work, boys.
There's a bit of cheese going on in some of the calls tonight. Thanks very much, Trent, and we'll see you next week.
Catch you guys.
Well, Battle Cat, how do you feel about your first round?
Oh yeah, look, this is it's going to be a fight to the end, I think, for Tier 4. Just wanted to call out Trenner as well. I know he wasn't in the party. I did invite him. He couldn't join, but not Trenner. Sorry, Cuds. So Cuds, I think, is final third place for the weekend, right? When you add the two races together. So so he had a 5 points plus P3. So so he's actually finished above Trenner for the weekend.
Wow.
Of course. So again, consistency and finishing there. So just a shout out. But yeah, look, it's a great field of drivers, and I couldn't call it. It's going to be a fight all the way to the last race, I think. So can't wait for next week and call it again in Spa.
Yeah, that's right. And this is not the end of racing this week. We have 3 more exciting tiers. We have Tier 3 tomorrow afternoon, Tier 2 tomorrow evening, Tier 1, our premier elite racing tier on Sunday afternoon with the fantastic commentators of Broseph and Racer Boy, both our Alpha Tauri teammates. We also have Timmy, IRL Timmy, league owner. He is making a comms appearance from his chateau in America. I'm not sure whether he's doing it from the chateau or whether he's doing it from his private yacht or from his jet, but we will be hearing from him in Tier 3 comms tomorrow afternoon, so we look forward to that. It's going to be a great weekend of racing. Thank you so much for joining me, GeoCat. It's great to have you in Sky Race Control.
You too, Tetris. Thanks a lot for having me. Again, sorry I missed out last week, but looking forward for the following weeks. It's going to be an exciting one.
Absolutely, mate. We will catch up with you next week, and we will see you for round 3 next week and the rest of round 2 for the rest of the weekend. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in, and yeah, cheers.